Hey Cassandra, it's Jessica Peterson from Peterson SEO. Thank you so much for speaking with me earlier and accepting this free video and then helping me get it to the ownership. I'm super excited you did because today I'm going to walk through 3 main things you guys can start applying right away, and it's really going to make a huge difference for your business. And I know that it will because we've applied these exact same strategies with over 50 other restoration companies just like you guys throughout the US, and it's made a huge impact on their business. And I'm talking not just a few extra customers, I'm talking about hitting goals they didn't even think were possible. Okay, so today I'm going to go over 3 things that you can start doing right away. And I know you're probably wondering why we even do these videos, and that's a fair question. And it's because I'm passionate about what you guys do. So if I can give you guys these tips, you guys can apply them, get more customers, you're helping more people, and helping more people that are displaced get their lives back. So to me, that's really, really important. So whether you want to take this information, run with it, and apply it yourself, or whether you want a partner to help you get there, and want to hire somebody like us, that's great. Either way, it doesn't matter as long as you apply these strategies and start helping more people. Okay, so right now you guys have about 70 people organically landing on your website every single month. But that also means that you're missing out on thousands of website visitors and nearly 70% of the available jobs every single month by just not having these processes dialed in. Okay, so we're going to talk about your content, your citations, and your backlinks. Okay, so here we are on your website. Now, when Google ranks your website, it's not based on an appearance, it is based on your content. So content is key, and you do need a lot of content. Okay, and that includes your website pages, making sure you have separate pages for all of your major services. And it does look like you do that, okay? So that's the basic foundation. You need that at a minimum, okay? Having separate service area pages for each area that you service. Being from Shawnee and not having Shawnee pages, you definitely want to have Kansas City page, or the focus on Kansas City, and then have an Overland page. Shawnee looks like you're serving Omaha, Nebraska, so you need to have those service area pages so they're actually found in those areas. And then this home page here is the most important page of your website because it ties all of these pages together. And so you definitely need to have your website tuned in. You need to optimize your content and keyword strategy. You guys have a ton of services here. Kitchen renovations, bathroom renovations, roofing, on top of your restoration. So you definitely need to work on this strategy here. We do a little bit of content, and I do see a lot of focus on, near you or near me. And the thing is you're not near you and you're not near me. Those are national terms. And even though they sound like you're focusing on your community, those are national terms. Okay, so we don't want to ever use these in our website. We want to focus on the actual area. So if your focus is Kansas City first, this entire homepage and all these services should be focused around Kansas City keywords. 90% of people, when they are searching, they're not going to search your brand. They are searching for those services. You do need to focus on those local keywords. Now, this homepage also needs to have at least 1,500 words or more of content. If your competitors have 1,500 words, you need more than they have to beat them. Okay? So if they have 1,500, you're going to want to try for 2,000. You also want to make sure all these images here are optimized. With your local keywords, notice it just has Sage. So these are not optimized images. So you're losing opportunities all over the place here. Every image needs those local keywords. Google is sending crawlers to your website, which are like little mini robots that scan every single page of this website, every single image, all of the written content to understand what your business is, what are you guys about, what type of services do you offer, and where do you offer those services. So without the right type of content, without the right keyword strategy, Google doesn't really fully understand what you're offering and where. And so if Google doesn't understand, how can we expect them to send customers to you, right? So we definitely need to work on revamping your content and keyword strategy, and that's going to give you a huge boost. If we look at your competitor here, your top competitor for water damage is PowerDry. And they have separate service area pages. They got separate services pages for all their major services. Click to call phone numbers. They also have this form towards the top of the page. Highly recommend you guys have a form right up here above the fold. We have found that when you do that, you're going to get close to 80% more conversions on your website by just having this form up here. Okay, so your calls to action are critical as well. You'll notice these guys are not focused on near me or near you. They are focused on local keywords, buyer intent keywords. People are actively searching for your services. Now, these guys on this homepage don't have a whole lot of content. So you definitely need to do better than they're doing. But they do have a lot of blogs, a lot of long form content, a lot of pages. So in order to be able to beat these guys, outrank them, you do need to do better. Better quality content, more written content, more pages, more blogs, etc. Okay? So these guys are beatable. It's just going to take some work. Now, when your customers are doing a search, we know they're going to do a search similar to this, right? And when they do, there's 3 major spots that your business can be showing up in. The first is generally going to be ads. Those are your cost per click ads and local service ads, which can be pretty profitable for you guys if that's what you want to do, as long as you have your processes dialed in and your proper landing pages dialed in. Without that, it's going to be kind of a money pit, okay? Now, these next 2 areas are even more important because this is where the bulk of people go. So this here is the map pack. This is where your Google business profile needs to show up. So you want your Google business profile in this top 3 because 30% of people come straight here and don't go anywhere else. So when you're not one of these top 3 companies in your area for each service, then you're literally sending all of those customers to your competitors. Okay, so in order to get your position here in the top 3, if you're not already, you need to optimize that profile and you need to get more citations. You need more citations than your competitors have. Citations are simply listing the name of your business, your address, phone number, and website, and listing those in a bunch of directories. Directories are things like the Yellow Pages, Yelp, Angie's, House, Home Advisor, even your social media pages are more citations. So you need more of those than your competitors, okay? And then this third section here is the most important. This is your organic section. And it is so critical because nearly 70% of people skip everything else and they come right here. So when your website's not listed here for those searches, you're losing 70% of the jobs every single month. So in order for your website to show up here and capture some of that traffic, it all comes down to the foundation of your website. It's also important to understand that the higher you're ranking here, the more of those traffic you're going to get. So your website has the potential to get 35% or more of the search traffic volume. For that, the higher you are up here. The lower you are on the page, the lower that traffic you're going to get, okay? So this, again, comes down to the foundation of this website. Is it properly designed with the right content and keyword strategy? Okay, having that in place and then supporting that with your backlink SEO. So this is Ahrefs, a paid tool we use to analyze how your website is performing. Again, we can see here you're going after near me keywords, which isn't helping you, it's actually hurting you. If you're ranking for these relevant keywords for your area, you will automatically show up for those terms. So we don't use them in our marketing, okay? Now we can see here you have a rating of a 12 out of 100 in Google's Trust Flow, which isn't terrible, but it also means that Google doesn't trust your website. And that is partly because of the content and the quality of your website, but more so the power you're sending to your website, okay? You have 300 backlinks, but that's not a whole lot, okay? And it's important to understand that not all backlinks are created equal. Your website is a tool, and like most tools, they require power to run. Okay, so for Google to promote your website, help your website raise higher, rank those keywords, trust is a major factor, and we get that with good quality backlinks, okay? We don't want just any backlinks. They need to be relatable to the services you're offering. So they can come from vendors and other home service businesses, okay? And the more of those you get, the higher quality the score increases, the more trust Google has, and the more it's going to push your website higher in the ranks. And we need more of these than our competitors, okay? Now, you've been indexed for 71 keywords, but you're only getting about 70 people on average to your website per month. Now, when we do look here, you are actually indexed and ranking for some of the local keywords, especially in Overland Park, which is great. You're kind of mid-page. Like I said, the higher your rankings are, the more this traffic you're going to capture. And you are starting to rank for a couple Kansas City keywords as well. So we just need to get those pushed up. And then capture the keywords that you're missing. And so that right content keyword strategy is going to help you do that. Because you're missing some of the big volume keywords here. Now, if we look at your competitor, they have a rating of a 19 with over 900 backlinks, although they have quite a bit of spam here. And so we don't need to duplicate the spam. We just need better quality links and more of them. But because they have more pages, more service pages, service area pages, and long form blogs, they've been indexed for a lot more keywords, over 600. And they're getting over 1,600 people to their website every single month. So if we look at their keywords, that traffic isn't just from their brand, okay? They are ranking for high value keywords. Water damage Kansas City gets 350 or more in traffic every single month. And they're getting 133 of that traffic just from that one keyword because they're in the second position, okay? So the higher you get, the more of this traffic you can capture. So you definitely want to make sure that you're being indexed and ranking for these higher keywords, and then also for your other services and the service areas that you serve. So again, these guys are definitely beatable, but you're going to have to apply these strategies I have just showed you. So please feel free to take this information, run with it, apply it yourself, and start helping more people. Or if you'd rather have a partner to help you get there, go ahead and give us a call at Peterson SEO. This is our specialty, and we specialize in working with restoration companies just like you guys. So go ahead and give us a call, respond to my email, ask any questions, and we'd be happy to chat. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to hearing from you soon.